Happy Mother's Day!
Boys and girls, it's so good to be with you again today at Children's Church, and I'm so glad you decided to join us. It's going to be a special day.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. But before we get to the songs, I think it'd be a great idea if you ran up and gave your mom a hug right now.
Oh! Hey!
Happy Mother's Day!
Oh, I love my kids.
All right, so you guys ready to do some songs now? Let's get up.
All right,
Here
we're
we go.
ready.
And these really have helped keep the sweat down.
They have. They have.
And so, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We probably should stretch again.
We're gonna stretch,
Let's
yep.
stretch. All right, let's go. Oh boy, I heard some creaking there, creaking, and all right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Good.
You guys ready? Let's go!
Through every storm of life, I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me. You gave me hope when hope was all but gone. A second chance to sing a brand new song. You opened up my eyes to see. You rescued me, rescued me. You showed the way when there was no way out. Cleared up my mind when you erased all doubt. You made me strong when I was weak. You rescued me, rescued me. Through every storm of life, I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me.
aren't we, guys?
That's right.
All right. Well, now it's time for story with the Saddleback Kids. And this time we have 3 stories, and each one's really short. One's about Sarah, the other about Hannah, and Tabitha. Enjoy.
Stories of the Bible. Sarah laughs. This is Sarah. Sarah was Abraham's wife. One day, as Abraham sat near the entrance of his tent, God appeared to him. Abraham looked up and 3 men stood before him. God promised Abraham that he and Sarah would someday have a son. In fact, God promised Abraham that he would have many children. Even more than the stars in the sky. Now, Sarah was very old when God made this promise. When she heard that God promised to give her a child, she laughed. The messenger of God stopped Sarah. He asked, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" Sarah chose to trust God, and she became pregnant and she gave birth to a son. The son's name was Isaac. God's promises came true for Abraham and Sarah. Abraham became the father of many nations, and from his child came children, and from their children, more children, until Abraham's descendants were truly more numerous than the stars in the sky. Abraham and Sarah trusted God for the promise and believed that God was faithful. Slapstick Theater. Hannah and God. This is Hannah.
Hi.
Hannah was married to a man named Elkanah.
Hey!
But they were not able to have any children. This made Hannah sad.
Aw.
It's okay. Come on.
Every year, Hannah and Elkanah would go to the house of the Lord at Shiloh to pray to God and offer sacrifices. Hannah would cry out and pray to the Lord. She told God that if he gave her a son, she would give him back to him and that her son would serve God all the days of his life. Hannah was so upset that one of the priests, Eli, thought there was something off about her. But Hannah told him that she had been praying because she had a broken heart. Eli told her, "May the God of Israel grant the request you've made."
Thank you.
And then Hannah was no longer sad. In due time, Hannah became pregnant and gave birth to a son.
Yeah!
She named him Samuel, for she said, "I asked the Lord for him." Hannah did as she said she would, and once Samuel was a little older, she took him to the temple. Hannah prayed and gave thanks to God, and Samuel grew up in the temple serving the Lord. Slapstick Theater. Tabitha. This is Tabitha.
Oh, hi.
Tabitha lived in Israel in a town called Joppa. Tabitha believed in Jesus. She was always doing kind things for people
Here you go.
and helping the poor.
This for you.
She would make clothes for people
For you. Thank you.
and was loved by many in her town. God did a miracle in her life, and many people believed God because of what happened in her life.
I really like those stories because it shows how God continues to be faithful and moving in each one of those lives. And I love how they also use their gifts.
Yeah, and I also liked, we're focusing on moms today, but I love in the story, that the story of Tabitha, it doesn't say in the story that she was a mother, but she did so much good in her community.
Yeah.
And that's a great example for all of us. All of us women and young ladies can be great examples in our community.
Well, and all of us can use our gifts and have a positive influence on those around us.
Yeah, I really like those
Yeah,
stories.
well, now it's time for Creative Time with Maggie and Seth. I wonder what they have planned.
Let's see.
Hey boys and girls, it's good to see you guys again on Creative Time with Maggie and Seth. Today, because it's Mother's Day, we're going to be making coupon books. Now if you don't know what a coupon book is, it's basically you have a couple sheets of paper, and on every sheet of paper you write a little job for you to do. And whenever your mother cashes them in, you do that job for her. Now, different jobs could be washing the dishes or washing the car or anything.
But before we do that, we're going to make something to decorate that coupon book. So we're going to make something called a shrinky dink. So what you're going to need is some plastic containers. So we have like a takeout box, we have a small cereal container, we have this small plastic container you can get at the deli or the grocery store, or some plastic cups you can also get at the dollar store. So what you're going to do is cut out your plastic, and Seth and I have already done that. And then you're going to draw just something to decorate your book. You could do a heart, you could spell out mom, or you could do her initials. And we find it best that you use permanent markers. So we're just going to draw something real quick. I'm going to draw a heart. And you want to make sure can't see the pink. You want to make sure that it's nice and big because it is going to shrink because we're going to be putting it in the oven. You can color it in if you'd like. I'm coloring my heart in just like that. And then I'll cut it out. And then you want to be very careful when you cut it out because the plastic can be kind of sharp sometimes. I'll cut mine out. There you go. So before we put these in the oven, we're going to need to hole punch them. So Seth, could you pass me the hole puncher, please? Thank you. We don't have a single one, so we're just going to use a 3-ring hole puncher so we can tie it onto the fronts of our book. Just like that. We punched a hole in there, if you can see that. And then we're going to place it on parchment paper on a cookie sheet. And then we're going to put it in the oven. So you're going to want to set your oven at 350 degrees, and then you're going to bake your shrinky dink for 3 minutes. So now it's done. Now remember, kids, you'll need your parents' help to use the oven.
Now that the plastic is shrunk, we are going to be making our coupon books. So to make the coupon book, you need paper. It can be any type of paper. It can be white paper or construction paper. And so you take your paper, take a couple stacks of it, and then you take your hole punch and you punch out a hole. Me and Mag's paper has already been hole punched. So with your hole punch paper, you can decorate it with markers, and then on each page of your book, you'll write a chore to do for your coupon book. And then you take a string, and then you attach the shrinky dink to it.
So now that we finished decorating and coloring our books, and as you can see, my shrinky dink was actually too small and I wasn't able to tie it to the end of my book, but I just glued it on.
But since I made mine big enough, I was able to put it on the end of my book.
So we're just going to read you some examples of what you can put into your coupon book. So in mine, I have do the dishes,
Vacuum the house,
1 free hug,
mow the lawn.
and you can just put whatever else you would like and make it your very own coupon book for your mother. But also make sure that today you thank your mother, tell her how much you love her, and appreciate everything she does for you.
Well, this has been a really fun time making this craft, and we hope that you guys also have a fun time making this craft. And we hope to see you guys again on Creative Time with Maggie and Seth next week. Happy Mother's Day!
Well, kids, I hope you enjoyed that creative time with Maggie and Seth, and I've got my coupon books here, and I am so excited. I'm just looking through these and seeing maybe what I'm going to redeem, and I know which one I'm going to redeem first for Maggie, and that's a free chauffeur ride, because I'm really looking forward to that. And I was looking at Seth's, and the one I think I'm going to redeem first is feeding Stella for a week, because normally I'm the one that feeds Stella, so that'll be a nice break. I'll get to sleep in a little bit.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
So you think you'd be willing to share those?
Let's see what they do for Father's Day.
Okay, good point. Hey boys and girls, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys again. We look forward to doing it again real soon. We want you guys to know that we love you and we miss you, and can't wait to see you guys at church soon. All right guys, take care. See ya.
Bye guys.